Hi, I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us today from St. Petersburg, Florida, is Josh Kropkof from the email agency. Josh, thank you so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Thanks so much for having me, Charlene. Great to
So
be here.
the email agency, well, talk to me about that.
Well, surprise, we do email marketing. So we are a direct response email marketing agency for e-commerce brands. So companies that sell physical products online, apparel, furniture, books, you name it. And we do their email marketing and SMS, but mostly email.
Now, let me ask you about this. Everybody says, with the big cookie apocalypse, owning your own, first party data, having your email addresses of your customers, that's going to be key as we continue to move forward with the changes in the digital marketing space. But then there's the challenge of the filters and the spam folders and unopened emails. So, as an expert in emails,
Yep.
talk us through that.
Well, it's interesting, Charlene. There's this dichotomy in sort of the email world right now that I think is becoming more and more stark, which is you have this one camp that says, I get so many emails. Don't email me. And these are people who are kind of afraid to send email, right? They're like, I don't want to spam people. I don't want to send too much. And then on the other extreme, you have these people who are just super aggressive with email marketing, right? Where they do send a ton of email and they're just constantly promoting things through email. The I think the shift is not about necessarily how much email we get, but more so what's in the email. And that's where we're a little bit different. Is we focus on direct response email marketing, which is a lot more personal and conversational than just sending advertisements to people. So I think that as the world starts to become more, number one, privacy focused, and number two, just kind of everybody wants marketing that's relevant to them, and they don't just want to be spam. They don't just want to be advertised at. They want a more personalized experience. So I think that we're kind of seeing this shift towards email marketing that is something that people actually want in their inbox. And that's where we come in, and that's where we're a little bit different than a lot of the email agencies that are out there.
And so you kind of mentioned the companies that say, oh, I don't want to send people too many emails, so we're going to focus on them because the
Mhm.
people that are just spamming, these are not your people. So let's talk about the people
Right.
who want to send. So when they want to send an email, how are you coaching through, or how are you writing emails that get opened and also get responded to?
It's a great question. So basically think of it like this. When you open an email in your inbox, your inbox is a personal place. It's somewhere that classically it was just designed to send messages between friends, right? So the problem is, if you were to sit down with your friend over a cup of coffee and you were to tell your friend, hey, I have this really cool product that I tried recently and I think you should try it too, you wouldn't say to them, check out our latest styles, and then hold up like a picture of a product and then be like, shop now. You would never say that to your friend, right? So why do people think that that's what makes a good email? So the difference is, if you can actually be more conversational with your emails and talk to people like a person, and you talk to them like a friend that you're having coffee with, and just talk like, or write like you would talk, those emails get way better responses than the sort of spammy ads that we get.
And so that would be, let me ask you this. So making it conversational is good. I do like that. And I like it when clearly they know my shopping habits. Clearly they've gotten my email
Right.
from some kind of thing I've engaged with. But what would be your best tip? And we're about 30 seconds left. A lot goes into that subject line. Because if, like you said, if that subject line is just like, oh, look at our great deals here, they're not going to get open. So what's your best tip to folks who are putting their toe in the email, waters, or they're sending emails and the emails aren't getting open? What would be your best tip?
Um, well, a lot of it does have to do with what's in the email again. So maybe, not having as many images and links and things like that. But as far as subject lines go, instead of always making things sound like a sale or, a discount or something like that, use curiosity, use, what we call a direct benefit, talk about what's in it for them. And making interesting subject lines just comes down to a lot of times thinking about what would make you open an email. So that's my best advice for that.
All right, Josh, thank you. I think that was just like $1 million tip that you gave everybody. We so appreciate you taking the time to join us today on Digital Champions and sharing your insight.
Thank you, Charlene.
And if you'd like to learn more about what they're doing over there at the email agency, why not? They're doing it right. Give them a shout. You can check them out on dailyadbrief.com. I'm Charlene Shirk. That's going to do it for this episode of Digital Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.